Okay, I've got my shots and I've got my J and L cuts. Now where did I put my cutaway? Oh, there it is. Hello filmmakers, Ash here, and welcome to Film It Yourself. Post-production is where the real movie-making magic happens. It's when those magical wizards called video editors spend mass amounts of time locked away in dark caves called editing bays and emerge victoriously with a stitched-together timeline of all of your film's shots. They're kind of like cool editing necromancers or something. I've come to crush skulls and edit videos. And I'm all out of videos. But things can get tricky in post-production if you don't follow the correct workflow, and you can find yourself wasting a lot of time redoing work. So here are the post-production workflow steps, and more importantly, their order. Now, let's cut to it. The first step of post-production is when the editor organizes, labels, and syncs all of the footage. This can be a daunting task, but taking the time to do it before editing will save you lots of time in the long run. Next, the editor assembles the initial rough edit. This can sometimes also be called a first cut. After that, the director, producer, and any other key stakeholders review the rough cut and give the editor notes. The editor then takes those notes and makes a second cut. The director, producer, and stakeholders review again and give more notes. This process then continues until a consensus is reached. Once the editor has all of the final notes, they polish a locked cut. A locked cut is the final cut of the film and means there will be no more changes to any edits. You hear that, Stacy? No more changes. This is a critical step that must be completed before passing the film to audio engineers, color correctionists, and special effects artists, as any changes to the cut after their work is complete will cause major problems. Next, the film's audio is handed off to an audio engineer in the form of an OMF. The audio engineer then adds sound effects as well as processes and mixes the audio. Pro tip, if you're hiring a composer to create original music instead of using stock music, then make sure you've included any music from the composer in the OMF you send to the audio engineer. Simultaneously, the lock cut of the film is also handed off to a color correctionist to be color corrected. Often on low-budget films, the editor is also the color correctionist. Once the color correction is complete, any shots that need special effects work done are passed off to a special effects artist. And finally, once all the audio and special effects shots are complete, the editor assembles it all into a final master export of the film. So, those are the essential steps to a successful post-production workflow. As long as you follow them, you'll be sure to avoid any post headaches and time sucks. That is, as long as Stacy keeps that freaking cut locked. And if you want to make sure you do all of those steps in the right order, you can get my free post-production workflow checklist by signing up for my newsletter in the description below. Plus, by signing up, you'll be the first to hear all about things FIY related in a personal newsletter from me. I mean, how great is that? Who doesn't want more emails? Alright, my edit's done, and now all I have to do is fade to black.